a little dark in here. Alright. I know Salsa. So welcome back to the channel. Here's Salsa. I know people have been asking, where's Salsa? Why has she been in videos? Well, a lot of the videos I do, I don't know what that was, up so early. And it's just pitch black out, so it's like can't really record in here. So today should be a fun day. We're heading out to the scrapyard. Got all the stuff from yesterday's video. Also, I definitely just whacked her in the face. Sorry about that. Off to the post office. Thank you to everyone who's been picking up Taco Stack t-shirts and hats and fun stuff like that for the holidays. It's all going out today. So thank you. But it should be a fun day. Maybe we'll find some trash on the way. That's a very loud bird. Maybe we'll find some trash on the way over there, but let's do a little check-in video here. I'm going to load up some of this scrap metal. I got to get rid of this this lawnmower. Throw the gloves on. See what it's... what's that one? Oh, I got to take out that bag. Alright. Alright, so I guess I'm going to save these helmets for the flea market. I mean, they're in decent shape. Someone could probably use them. It's kind of amazing. I was just thinking about it. When I used to play baseball, when I was a kid playing baseball, was like right when kids were starting to get their own helmet. Eventually, when I got through like college and stuff, a lot of people had their own helmet. But when I was a kid, almost no one had a helmet. Like it was like some kids did, some kids didn't. Nowadays, I feel like every Little League kid has one. Alright, throw that over there. I need to throw these up in the warehouse. These I'll probably take to the flea market. I assume they're probably in good shape. These came out of the trash yesterday. Junior Force. Nothing like expired gas in the morning. Guess I can throw some more smaller things over here. Oh wow. Guess I'll take this in just because I don't want it in my yard anymore. Might even have more in the garage. So they don't pay you that much for this kind of stuff, but it does get recycled accordingly. Alright, people did ask me, so this is also just more array of stuff I got. Just piles of stuff. More piles of stuff. More piles of stuff. It's kind of how my garage is, just piles of stuff. People did ask me about this. You guys saw us in a future video. Yes, it came home with me. I don't think it's old, because the registered trademark kind of looks new, and I think this is when they did like their retro style. This looks too like new to me, but I think I could still probably get $5 or $10 for it. I'll probably end up bending back this metal or flattening it out. Hate to see that stuff go to waste. In terms of other scrap, I am bringing all that aluminum I had. I'm bringing yellow brass. This stuff over here all has to be separated. I actually got this bin from my friend Dan from the flea market. He let me stop by his house like 2 years ago, 3 years ago for a bunch of scrap metal. I traded him out some, I think some primitives or something. They gave me this bin. It was half filled of all nuts and bolts and brass and whatnot, and I just keep throwing any sort of oddities in there. These chargers actually have a metal or a steel ring around the edge, so you have to peel back this brass and rip that bad boy out. Otherwise, you get dirty brass for this, which I think is like 40 cents a pound. If you take that out, you get about like $2.50 or $2.40 a pound, which is a decent amount of money. All right. Also, yeah, guys, a couple of weeks back, I found all that chemicals. A lot of people said what smelled really bad in there was that I wasn't Mela something, I think it was. It was for bugs. My goodness, that was definitely it. It reeked so bad. It had like one of the worst chemical smells in the world. This is kind of just the stuff that I kept. At some point, I'm going to have to clean up my whole garage here because it's getting a little bad. I mean, how many? I have 3 cans of WD-40 over here, and then if we mosey our way over here, I got another 4 over there plus 1 up top. I mean, how much WD-40 do you need? I have another one on top of there, so I have what, like 9 cans of WD-40? I talked about this with the hammer thing. This is no different than like sprays. I don't need 9 cans of WD-40. And then also I have a liquid wrench, like 4 cans of those. All right. At some point, I have to just like stop my obsession with hoarding stuff. I don't know what that was. I'll grab this. Yes, I have. Yeah, I have space. What the heck is this? This is an interesting looking razor scooter. It's called Cruiser. I don't know, it might be a battery back there. That's interesting. Alright. Wow. Chilly. Never realized how cold it is until it's cold. So sometimes up here there's some trash out. They have a broken rake. Right here usually has something. And this week they don't. Nothing over here. I guess the time of the year where they actually close this I don't know what you call it, garage door, because it's so cold. They put heaters inside and they try to keep it warm in there. It's the first time I've come here since they've done that. That's when you know it's winter. So yeah, they do take flat screen TVs here. If you have a flat screen TV, you can drop it off here, but check with your local scrapyard, because I know some scrapyards don't take them. Just like they have computer towers here. I don't know if this scrapyard pays you for computer towers, but I know the one down the road pays you like 13 cents a pound. So every scrapyard's a little bit different with their prices, because I think they all do different kind of e-waste differently. Some nice wheels. Those are some really interesting wheels. The one question I got recently, which I don't think I've really talked about much, is what happens to the scrap metal once I drop it off. So that differs, once again, by scrapyard. So let's say, well, here we go. We got all this aluminum right here. This aluminum gets thrown into piles. It gets separated between cast aluminum and sheet aluminum. And then you'll see this like orange thing over there. That's a baler. And it gets baled into these cubes, which I don't know if I can find any around here. I don't see any cubes. So that's what happens to the aluminum, for example. These sealed units over here and these motors, they just seem to get thrown into a trailer and then taken somewhere else. This Christmas wire, I'm not sure what they do with, because it has all these bulbs on it. I don't know if they throw it through a granulator or they just do something else with it, but most of the wire they do throw through like this shredder kind of thing, and it shreds all this wire down and breaks the copper away from the rubber and plastic. So that's what they do with that. I don't know what they do with the brass. So anyway, it's generally speaking, it either gets baled or thrown in a trailer or shredded. Once again, it's all different based on the scrapyard. From there, it gets sent off into a different place. All right, so it gets sent to either Reading or Harrisburg or New Jersey, all different locations, and then they do something with it. They probably process it. It's kind of like a refinery and melt it down. So essentially, the scrapyard is just another middleman. All right, it's not like the scrapyard doesn't directly sell to, I don't know, the people who make lawnmowers. Like, they don't sell to craftsmen. This scrapyard does not take the metal that you get from that shredder or from the light iron pile and sell it directly to craftsmen. They sell it to someone who melts down the metal, who probably then sells it to someone else, who then sends it to different factories. It's a long process. This is where all the Christmas wire goes. So yeah, that's like bare bright. And then there's number 2 copper, then there's number 1 copper. Somebody there must be separating that stuff over there. Alright. Now we're off. So yeah, anyway, lots of different kind of metals. Everything has to be sorted in there. That's why there's all different boxes and bins. But they put the aluminum on those trailers in bales. Or at least they put the aluminum in bales, then put them on the trailers, and then they ship them out. I think the aluminum goes to Scranton, so it's about like an hour drive. The whole scrapyard business really is just being like a middleman and a lot of trucking. It doesn't seem that way, but that's kind of what it is. Obviously, you see all the stuff here, but it's gotta get shipped out somewhere else. It doesn't just like magically disappear. And I don't believe anyone comes here and picks up scrap metal from this place and then takes it somewhere else. I think they do all the shipping themselves. So it's not like they sell whatever and then a buyer comes in and takes X amount of product away. Alright, so the scrapyard is done with. Got just over $45, $48 to be exact. Aluminum was like $6, a little bit more than that. The funny thing was the Christmas lights. They got 40 cents for that bucket of Christmas lights. It's almost like it's not even worth it to separate it. But if I'm doing the non-ferrous metals, I just bring that in anyway, just because I'm there. But I've noticed that and aluminum cans, really nothing to ride home about. Like, people save aluminum cans for like 2 years, 3 years, bring it in and you get like $10. It's like, my garage smelled that bad for that many times and that's all I got. All right. Got a package here from Edward in Calgary. Wow, that's Calgary's pretty far, I believe. Not very familiar with all the towns and provinces of Canada, but I believe Calgary it's over there. It's not on the East Coast by any means, at least off the top of my head. It's pretty amazing how uneducated we are about just like the random places in the world. Yet we know all about them. Like, I know Calgary is definitely a pretty famous, or pretty well known, I should say, town or city, you should say, in Canada. But asked me to find it on a map, no idea. Made it up to the warehouse. This store is not doing good. I mean, a couple days where it was so windy, this store is just falling apart. All right, so this is kind of how far I got with my shelving. I don't think I've added any more boards or cinder blocks or anything since the last time I've been up here. It got really cold. I was going to actually also say that surprisingly, you would think that it'd be kind of warmer inside these buildings, but if we get these cold nights, it takes a long time for the inside of this building to warm up. It's a weird concept. You would think that the inside would always stay warmer, and you think with the sun coming in, it'd warm it up and the heat would be kind of trapped. It's not the case. It's probably 10 degrees colder in here. Right now it says it's 34, and I think it's about 45 outside right now. It's a nice day. So yeah, I wouldn't say I lost motivation to build these shelves, but it always sucks doing work, essentially, and like a lot of this, I've lost motivation. It got cold, and when it gets cold, I get aggravated. So that's kind of the situation with that. I bet I'd probably finish it up here in a couple weeks, maybe in a month or so. But I know December is always one of my busiest months from a business standpoint, so I really don't want to lollygag up here with something that's not really doing much. However, that would probably be a great time to test this because I have still not tested this, and I found this probably 3 months ago. That way I know at least if it works or it doesn't work. The heck? It like flickers. That sucks. Why would I do that? I am not an electrician. It flickers and makes like that neon sign, that sound that you guys hear. You know, it's like a static sound. I don't know. I don't even know if that shows up on camera. It's so quick. All right. Well, that solves that. I don't know if that's a project that's worth fixing, or is that like just sell it as a sign thing? You know? Also, I found this in the trash probably about 3 weeks ago. It's a painter's box, completely empty. I know people asked about that. Well, it's empty. So yeah, that's going to wrap it up here. I did take apart that one green odd item that was right here. These are the boards that I have from it that I'll have to throw into the fire pit. Man, so many projects. So many projects. Yeah. Oh yeah, I bought this. I didn't show this. I remember talking about it in my recap, my video. I bought a bunch of bottles that were on top of that blue cabinet. These were the bottles, in case anyone was interested. I know I had 2 comments or so about it, like, hey, you bought bottles, but you didn't show any bottles. Nothing really too spectacular. This one's kind of neat. This Colt bottle, but nothing too great. I spent $1 for it. There were probably like 7 or 8 other bottles. I don't know where they are, but they're not as good as these. They're more like these Gordon ones. I think, was Gordon a gin? I think it is. Gin bottle. 7-Up bottle. So that's really that. Not really a whole lot going on around here. I hopefully, I got been working on eBay and Etsy stuff the last 2 and 3 hours, 2 to 3 hours. So I decided to run up here. I had to bring up some garbage cans, but in terms of the shelving, we came to a standstill. But it was good that we tested that. At some point, I'm going to have to also get going with this international wall. I know with my license plates, I still have them right down there just for the international. This one is complete though. But yeah, it's going to wrap it up here. I know a lot of people did request for more stuff to go into the scrapyard, at least what kind of happens there and bringing more stuff to the scrapyard. I know I don't have a playlist for scrapyard videos, but if you guys are new to the channel, you want to, check out a lot of my videos. I do have probably like 1 to 2 scrapyard videos per month, at least going there. It's kind of incorporated into daily videos though, so you might just have to sit down and watch a couple of videos. I do have a couple of scrap videos just playing out like how to scrap an air conditioner and items like that, or videos like that on my channels. To just go to my username and then just click in Taco Stack Scrap, and you'll probably find a couple if that's something you're kind of curious in. I know I had a lot of people requesting for more scrap videos, but that's pretty much going to wrap it up. So I should be going out trash picking tomorrow morning, weather permitting, and yeah, we'll see what we find tomorrow. But overall, another fun day, another adventure in the books. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Stay cool, stay warm, I should say, during the holiday months, and catch you guys next time. Next adventure, who knows what we'll get into. Until next time, have a great day. Keep living a dream. Peace.